What are our children telling us? They are telling us that dormitory buildings are fire traps that were never built to code and have never been inspected to standard. They are telling us that the food is inadequate and sometimes unsafe. They are telling us that when they raise concerns about conditions, about pressure, about feeling overwhelmed, no one listens. They are telling us that the mental health burden on a Kenyan teenager today is heavier than any generation before them has carried, and that the system built around them has no mechanism to hear them, let alone help them. This is not a new crisis. It is a neglected one. A government that allows it to fester while protecting a 112 billion shillings Minister of Education administrative overhead has made a choice. It has chosen the bureaucracy of our children for the last 4 years. Now look at what this budget allocates to address it. School mental health programming, effectively zero. There is no dedicated national school mental health line in the budget estimates. The Edu Afya, Kumboka, our brother Matiang'i will speak to that. Our Edu Afya school health screening program, which was often the only medical review a public school child ever received, was abolished by this Ruto regime. The Kenya School Equipment Scheme, which would put safe and adequate furniture into schools, remains defunded, as we said before. Boarding school safety infrastructure is not a named priority anywhere in these estimates. Yet, we are spending 9.2 billion Kenya shillings on energy, petroleum, and regulatory authority, EPRA, the fuel levy regulator, and zero on the mental health of 2 million boarding school kids. That is not a budget. That is an abdication. School safety and student mental health, a crisis this budget ignores. On Saturday, June 6th, I stood before the Kenyans and spoke about something that had nothing to do with websites or campaign platforms. I spoke about 16 of our daughters who will never come home again because of the fire at Tutumishi Girls Academy in Gilgil. Since May, Kenya has watched with growing dread as school after school has experienced unrest, destruction, and fire. Lenana School, State House Girls, Alliance High School, Loreto Limuru, these are not isolated incidents. They are patterned, and this government with a budget of 4.82 trillion shillings has responded with investigations that go nowhere. And today we have seen they've even recommended suspending the midterm or bringing the midterm break a little earlier.